I walk in, CBC building, 10th floor event center, and I got hit with 64. 64. Did you hear about 64? 64. O-shot 64. I'm getting peppered with questions pertaining to you shooting 64 at TPC Toronto. I was also getting some skepticism. I have to be honest with you. People saying, wait a minute, something doesn't add up here. 64 at a championship course.
Well, let me ask you this
know.
first. This is you want to talk about doing someone dirty. You sent out a tweet that said, congrats to Duthie and congrats to O-Dog on 64 with an asterisk. Why did you put an asterisk beside 64?
Hold on.
Tell
Here,
me.
This is what I need to do.
The popcorn comes up.
Just sit here.
I wasn't there. I don't know what's going on. I was told through the grapevine. I was asked to ask you about the scoring process specifically on the back nine because you and Carlo were a team. Right.
Yes.
So what game? What were you playing? Team low? Like what were you playing? Was it best ball? Like what was?
Here's what I was playing. My ball. Do you know why? Because my little partner was living in the fescue on the left with a banana slice.
Okay.
I had no option. I told Coco, and Coco was a great guy, very supportive. After every birdie, all 7 or 8 of them, all I heard was bang. Which was very supportive and appreciative.
You love hearing that when it's positive, when you're winning and you're rolling in putts.
I made a bunch of birdies. And by the way, this is all on camera. Like this is
I've heard
What
that.
are you hearing, Noodles?
Well, I heard it was on camera.
Don't get the popcorn out and leave me hanging.
Okay, so this is what I heard. I was working that night, and I get eyes on the actual scorecard, and you go all the way down. I think it was the hole in question is 17, I think, is it? 16 or 7. It's late. And there's just a star or an X there. And I'm like, okay, well, where's the score on that one? It's like, okay, but it also took a birdie on it. It didn't just take par. It took a birdie.
Yeah, because my 17th hole.
But there's a star there.
Birdie.
There's no number.
But why
there's no number? Why would you put 3
count?
there?
Why would you take Carlos 5 for 4 if you birdied that hole?
5 for 4. Carlo did not make any 5s for 4.
Okay, but I think I know what Noodles is asking. And why did you not put in your score for that hole? Why would you take Carlo's score for that hole if you birdied that hole? What happened there?
Guys, honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about. There was never once where I was like, I'm picking up, this is Carlo's hole.
So you played out every 18 holes?
Exactly.
And it's all on video,
then I will go to my grave fighting for you and saying you shot
Scott
64.
Lawton and Stevie Lorenz are honorable men. You can ask them. Because once I know I was going low, I had a bunch of par putts. I'm like, I got to make this. And I did. But once again, it's all on camera. I have no idea what scorecard you're talking about.
Well, there is a scorecard in question that we could bring up, but I guess I got it shown to me because I was just sitting there, and I was like, explain to me what I'm looking at because I didn't know. And the person who was explaining to me going, well, there should be a score there, and there's an X or a star. And I'm like, okay, well, what are the – and it goes – it's written in technically as a 3 unless he picked his ball up and just said, write me down for this. So I was like, I don't know these things. And then, I had
generally speaking, an X out means you blew on 200 yards left and said I'm out of the hole.
That did not happen all day. I never did that all day. And you got to tell me the hole that you're talking about.
14, I believe.
Is it 14 or 17?
I believe it was 14. Let me go back and look. And I want this to be clear. I want you to know this. I wasn't sniffing around. I wasn't asking questions. Yeah. I didn't care. I loved the fact that you shot 64. I loved it. But, okay, here it is, right here, okay? On 16, you took an X. You took an X, and on 16, Carlo went 5 for 4, which is a par 4 the 16th.
Yes. On 16, that was our first hole of the day. I bogeyed that hole. I made a 5 on that hole.
So, okay. Then I'm worried about the calculations. I'm concerned about the calculations.
So then you let Carlo
So now I didn't shoot 64.
Socks off and shoes.
Let me just count quickly. 5, 10, 14, 16, 18, 22, 25, 28, 32. I got you shooting a 66.
With a bogey on that hole.
With a bogey on that hole.
So I never even shot 64.
Well, we don't know. We don't. Again,
I hate starting my week this way because I do too,
love
hearing about you shooting 64. I'm concerned you.
Well, now
66.
it's not 64; it's 66, which is it's just pathetic.
Well, the scorecard is
two
actually,
losses
and there's
for
video
us in one day. You lost,
and there's video.
Okay.
Like
anyway,
I think I got this guy's back. That's the thing.
I'm saying you shot 64. I'm saying
not now,
and I support it, and I love it, and I want to believe it. I'm just concerned about, about some of what other people are questioning, and I'm trying to clarify that, and I promised that I would clarify that.
No, it's not 60. By the way, when I was informed I shot 64, it was from Scott Lawton, who he kept our card and we kept theirs, and we also had an official scorekeeper.
Oh, well, then it's 64.
Then it's 64.
And he came up to me after and he goes, "You just shot 64." I'm like, I don't know about that. He goes, I counted every one of your holes. You shot 64. So blame that guy.
All right,
I don't even care.
You're 64. You shot a 64. Yeah. Scott Lawton.
Get Carlo on. He'll have more.
He's coming up at 6:05. He's coming up at 6:05. He will notify. I don't want to start our week this way. I lost on Friday. You shot 64 on Thursday. That's how we're going forward here.
And the Jays have won 5 in a row.
So
that's all that
and we
matters.
got a Cup final coming up with Edmonton and Florida. Chris Knobloch's going to join us in about 45 minutes.
Hazy, I'll just tell you one thing. The zero torque TaylorMade putter.
Dude, did you use that when you shot 64?
Let me just tell you, okay? Every summer, I'll shoot in the 60s a couple times where it's like
I have seen you. I have watched you and played with you multiple times. Shoot 68, 69.
I tried this, and I know I'm not exactly Tiger Woods or Scotty Scheffler promoting golf clubs or whatever, but I've tried this putter. If you're going to get one putter, try it. Because since I got it, I've shot 66, 65, and I guess asterisk 64.
No, not asterisk.
Those are 3 and 10 days. Here we go.
Get that scorecard off.
Card?
I don't want to see that anymore. Get that off. That X is a 3. It's a 64.
I don't understand it, so I was like, all right. Like, it was brought to me. I'm like, all right, I don't know what I'm looking at. So then they were trying to explain it to me. And then I was like, all right, I'll get my popcorn and I'll just watch as you guys battle it out because I have no idea what's going on.
I don't want to battle anything out. I love hearing about friends who go low and play. It's a geeky golf thing. When I shoot my best, I'm going to call O and tell him you wouldn't believe what. Now, he won't be impressed because for me it's like 75. 74 would be a career round for me.
What was the par for the course that we played? Was it 72?
72. Yeah, I believe it's 72.
Well, if it was 72, I thought it was a par 70. There's no way in hell it was 64 then.
Well,
so we've gotten that straightened out.
Let me clear. Oh, no, you know what? Oh, you're right. It was it's a par 70.
Yeah, so 64.
Okay. Now there's too much stuff going on. I think you shot a 64.
You tried to take me down and do me dirty, man.
I did not. I had no interest
move.
in doing that. Carlo's coming up. Get that TaylorMade putter back up there. I need to see it again. It's so beautiful. And I wonder if
I'd like to explain the technology. It's a center shafted putter, zero torque.
I need one. I have to have one.
You got to try one of these.
I got to get one. I'm in the Pro-Am
sick.
on Wednesday. I'm not going to be able to get it between now and Wednesday, but I wish I could.
Because
I need help.
I'll see if I can pull a string to have one at that golf course for you.
See what you can do.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, we'll reset and we'll get.
Dude, you
we'll
pissed
really
me
get
off,
going
by
here.
the way. I thought I shot 64.
You did shoot, because now that I'm thinking about it, with all of I'm starting to really wonder why I'm being fed misinformation. Fake news is
par
out there.
70. I had 1 bogey and 7 birdies, so that's 64.
Do the math. The math.
Is it Rick Bushwood or what?
Yes, that's a 64. Do the math.
Do the math.
All right, there we go.
Fair enough.
I love it.
We should probably throw the person who's caused all of this under the bus. It's a guy who.
I want to know who's behind all this garbage. It's Duffy, isn't it?
He might have won an award last week.
It is a Canadian Screed Award winner.
So he was like, I know. He started talking shit about me, and he said, I saw the score.
Relax over there.
He said, I saw the scorecard. This guy didn't. I don't care.
YouTube Live.
I don't care. He saw the scorecard, and it's like, this guy didn't even do this.
Yes. Think about Duthie's weekend. Last week, the guy...
Dude, I swear to God, I'll break into his house and throw all of his awards out of his window.
He ruins your 64 and then buries me and leaves me like Ralph Wiggum at the Canadian Screen Awards. And tiptoes up the stairs and takes the award and shoves it right in my face and Andy Petrillo's face and
next.
Ron McLean's.
He's going to jam me up on the panel somewhere. Yeah, I'm next, right?
You're
coming after all three of us.
Comes in threes. Watch yourself, Noodles. Duthie is going to take you out at the knees. All right, Chris Knobloch coming up. Overdrive continues. TSN 1050 and on TSN 2.